In this video, we see cars that's spinning out, and I'm going to tell you why I absolutely hate this race as I go for a bit of a journey to Narnia. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Race C then, where we're in the Super Formula 23 car as we get ready with, well, adjusted brake bias, but traction control as well as we get ready, holding the handbrake, and 3, 2, no, I'm way off with the count. Off we go then, here we go. And everybody gets a good start there, to be fair, as we head towards turn number 1. Let me talk about some tips here, first of all, for this race. Yeah, stay back if you can in lap 1, because a lot of people are going to crash. Every single time this race happens, there's going to be at least one crash in, well, lap 1 there, and we've already gained 3 places there, just because of the craziness. And it doesn't stop there as we go into the S's here, behind Big Nesumo, as we go into the right-hander. So all this race is all about trying to avoid all the carnage and making your way through the field as best as you can as we head towards Tidgney 1 and 2, another place where accidents can happen. So I'm going to just stay back, relax a little bit here. I think somebody was slightly off there up ahead, the German driver, Buster, as we continue on through here. We've got a good run on the Italian driver then as we head towards the hairpin here at Suzuka. I've not even said where we are if you're not sure where we are as we go into the left hand there. Ooh, a bit of bumper drafting now, bumper hitting, should I say. And the Italian decides to meet the barrier, so we'll gain another place. Up 4 places. We've not done a natural overtake here yet. That's all crashes as we go into the second part of Spoon then. Going to continue on out of here. And here's where we can start to use the overtake button. And we can finally start to try and make some moves here. As we go on the outside of Buster then, the German driver, up to P11. And that's what I would advise for lap 1. Just be cautious, just be safe. Make sure you stay on the circuit and you will gain places. You really will gain places. Obviously, closer to the front, less carnage that can happen. So, you know, if you're at the back, just be patient. Be aware and just go for it. And that's what I did there. And look at that. I gained so many places there in that first lap. So, start lap number 2 then. Turn number 1. We're getting on the inside of the Swiss driver. Not quite here. But the one good piece of news from this race is the custom slipstream being used at the moment. The dirty air, non-existent. Absolutely brilliant, actually. You can follow really closely behind and have no real washout. This is good. Allows us to race, allows a bit of fun. And we're going to talk about the racing a little bit later on, because while this allows us to race, potentially, this isn't the greatest race for racing, in a bit of a weird sense of the word, as we go through Tidgney 2 then. Still in P11. Buster right behind us here. Couldn't really get the move done on the Swiss driver up ahead as we go into the hairpin. Someone's got a penalty up ahead. Can't quite see who that was. It looks like a Veloc Ollie here as we continue on out. Now using the overtake button again. So this is trying to get ahead of them before Spoon, okay? You can do this with the overtake button. It can work here. So I'll look down the inside. As we go into here, though, I'm going to run slightly out wide, a bit too much, to be honest, but we can stay side by side here. And again, I do it again. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to back out of this, let them go, and then we can continue on racing. So a little bit my fault there. 60-40 in general, I would say, as we continue on then versus the Swiss driver. We have the overtake button going now. Pack past we go. And we've got the French driver up ahead who's taking a penalty. And I sort of made the judgment there to go to the left because they were in the middle of the circuit, but they went left to try and take avoiding actions. The Swiss driver goes off there. And that's all that was. So it's just a racing incident. And this is where I'm going to get onto the racing a little bit here as we use the overtake button on Coco. Is that these cars are too fast to race. But the majority of people, which is a crazy thing to say, and I enjoy this racing all the same, but the gaps open out very quickly. And it's actually very hard to go side by side without somebody crashing or having an incident. And it's why we're seeing so many crashes in this race and so many yellow flags. I've not seen as many yellow flags as I've seen in this daily race. I've got to be honest, it's pretty mental. Speaking of the devil, there's the yellow flag. Somebody off the circuit as we go up to P8. That wasn't timed at all because it's not even flagged on my video edit. So there you go. I only have to speak about yellow flag and it appears. We get to lap 5 and I do catch up to these two up ahead. So I decide I'm going to pit 1 lap earlier than normal here. And I'm going to go in the pits, change tyres, come out, and going to go for a bit of a sprint lap here to try and overtake the Spaniard and the Brit who were ahead of me. Okay, and that's what I'm going to try and do in terms of the undercut. Another quick tip there for you. 1 lap earlier is absolutely fine. Even if you do it 1 lap later to try and break away there. Okay. So here we go then. It's the end of lap 6. Start lap number 7. Where are these? They come out the pits. Well, there's the Spanish driver. But up ahead, the Brit does stay ahead of me then. Veloc Ollie as we go into the right-hander here. But as we leave, Ollie's going to make a bit of a mistake there. Yeah, spins the wheels, heads off to the right. So we do get ahead of them as well. So not a bad strategy there to undercut people. And there's the yellow flag once again. Speak of the devil, it is there. Somebody way off circuit. that we will take that position up to P7 then. Not too shabby at all. P6 after all the pit stops then. I think Coco stayed a little bit later on. We've got Momos up ahead as we head towards Spin. We've had some great races with Momos lately. But Momos, I got behind him in the S's and we've been behind him all the way up to Spoon here. But I think Momos can see what's going to come here. I've got the overtake button map. Momos actually stays towards the right hand side. So definitely knows what's going to happen here. Maybe wants to do a bit of a comeback on the start finish straight, but we will see then as we go ahead before 130R, which is easy peasy flat there as we head towards the braking zone. I'm going to slow the car down now. I did actually brake a little bit too early there, so apologies to Momos on that one, but hey, Momos avoided me. We carry on like nothing ever happened as we continue on down the straight. Once again, I'm using the overtake here to make sure I stay ahead of Momos, just in case Momos is using it, and I think Momos was using the overtake button, but he's then going to relax it. Oh, look at what it is. What do you know? It's a yellow flag. Of course it is. So who up ahead is the Italian FRT_Ali246 then. Definitely had an issue there as we go through left-hander. Now, I would show you some of these bloopers, to be honest. But for the first race that we're doing now, my memory storage is full. I feel like it's constantly full at the moment, and I'm not sure why. I really do need to investigate it because I don't have that many replays saved anymore. It feels like it's just got smaller and smaller. No idea why. Then we get to lap 11 then, and Ali goes for a 130R. Does Ali make it? That's the question as we go into the braking zone. Round the outside. Beautiful move. Absolutely fantastic move there by the Italian driver. I do have a bit of overtake here. Can I get the move back then from Ali as we head towards turn number 1 then? That is the question. We've got a good run here. Ali sees that, goes towards the right hand side to defend then as we head in towards turn 1. In we go. Slight tap, nothing major there at all. They just had enough of an overlap there. It was all good as we continue on out of there. And unfortunately, I am going to lose out. Ali really pulled away on that lap though. Brilliant move around the outside at the Casio triangle though. Absolutely fantastic. It really, really, really was. But yeah, a great first race. But again, you've seen these gaps here. I mean, look, they're just vast. They really are vast. It just opens up. So racing is very hard to find unless you start from the back and can make your way forward. We get ready for the second race. And then I do have some bloopers for this one because, of course, there are some bloopers as we get ready at the start then. And off we go. Ghosted up ahead. Unghost. And yeah, I'm going to get some damage straight away there. Thank you, Gran Turismo ghosting system. That really did help me out. Thank you so, so much. And it's not Marto's fault either. They jumped the start side, which you could argue is their fault. But, you know, it's not their fault whether they ghost, don't ghost, etc. And the speed at which this car takes off as well off the line is pretty nutty to me. Anyway, going into here then, we've got 2 cars off already. They come back on. Another one is into the barrier there on the right. That's 3 cars off already. You know, we had an incident at the start. We've already getting 3 places. Pretty nuts to me as we go into the left-hander. Looking to get a run on Marto. Not going to quite work out. Somebody else is off there, the German driver. That's another place gain. That's 4 places in 1 lap. Oh, yellow flag. Somebody else is off there. That's going to be another place. That's Danny. I think Danny was off there. That is another place indeed. We've got Alk, who was a bit off there as well, as we look to try and make a move. Can't really go anywhere, so I'm going to back out of this to make sure I can fight another day. 3 wide into the hairpin. Never worked at all, so I'm not even going to try it then. In this corner, though, got a bit of damage on my front wing there as we continue on towards Spoon and side-by-side action. I'm not sure where to go at this moment in time, so once again, I'm going to try and back out of this because there's no point trying to make it 3 wide. That will cause the crash, so I do avoid that indeed. We got the inside on Marto, though, here. As we go into the left-hander, we just get touched from behind, and it just forces a bit of damage on the car and then forces a spin out of me because of the damage there. So, yeah, hit me into Marto. I've got damage. Try and accelerate, spin out. That's what it is. And I go back all the way to P14. Insane amount of crashes on lap 1. And this is just standard. It really is. Blackbird there catching. Well, I think ran wide there, did Blackbird. Good catch all the same. And the yellow flag, of course. The yellow flag is constantly on every single lap, it feels like. As we continue on out of here, Nutty Nugget. We'll have a look at that one after. As we advance towards Spoon, we get closer and closer to Nutty Nugget here. Part of RTR, who are a very good team that we do race against sometimes in team versus team. As we look on the inside then. Oh, Nutty Nugget using the overtake button to fly on by. Make sure you do get that mapped. You can't use it in time trial. Some people always ask me, I can't see it. You can't use it in the practice session. You can only use it in the race. So make sure you've got NOS mapped to your controller of choice. Right, we've got Marto up ahead. We've caught back up to them as we're going to advance a bit further on and get a bit closer as we head towards the hairpin then. In towards the braking zone we go. Marto defends that very nicely indeed. try and get a run out of this corner. We are very close here. That does mean we can use the overtake button. Are we going to use it? No, not quite. Maybe setting this up. There we go. Now we use it. We realize we can get the overtake done before we get to Spoon. Then here we go. Then down the inside of Marto in towards the braking zone. Marto gives that one up, I feel. And we are up to P10 then. Happy days indeed. We're making our way back through the field. Well, look at that track map. It really does open up very quickly as we catch up to Mike now. And this is what I'm saying, you know, for racing, this combo is actually pretty bad, to be honest with you. Yeah, less dirty air is great. Imagine if there was dirty air in this one, like big dirty air. We'd just be no racing at all, really. As Mike gets it all wrong there, going through the left-hander. We get on the inside of Mike then. Is Mike going to give this up? Oh, we just get that done. Bit of overtake use there as well. But yeah, in terms of actual racing, it's very difficult as I go off the circuit there at Tidgney too. Dirty air, it's not there. It is good that it's not there, but if it was there, it'd be absolute carnage. It really would as we go into towards the braking zone. Then Blackbird catching up to me here. Got Bevis up ahead, who did say hello in the lobby, so hello to you as well. I'm assuming you're on Twitch with the TTV at the end of your name. I don't know. A few other people going in the pit, so I decided to go one lap longer to try and overcut them, which is their strategy here at Suzuka, if you can do it. And let's see where we end up then. So we're using overtake here, trying to accelerate our way. We've got Jadex, who is ahead of me, but critically behind us, Bevis, we did get past them. We nearly got past Jadex as well. That would have been beneficial as we go into the, well, we were about to go in the S's. It's a 130R now, apparently. We advanced that quick. That is all warmed up. Let's go with a bit of a battle then. So Jadex goes defensive then in the middle of the circuit there. I wasn't sure where to go, to be honest with you. And they just forced me to back out of this one as we go onto the start-finish straight. Now, I could tell they were going to be very racy with me here, Jadex. So I did really want to get by as quick as I could. And I could tell here they're using the overtake button as well. It's costing me a lot here for me using the overtake and them using the overtake. They wanted to stay ahead of me for sector 1 as we go into the right hand then side by side. Look at this beautiful racing here as we go through here. Just get forced out on the exit a little bit. I had to back out of it as we go into the S's then, so I didn't make that overtake. So that's essentially a waste of overtake button there. I really should have seen that they were using it and just backed out of it another time, but even so, we tried, we failed, we continue on. We'll try again as we go through the left-hander then and on our way to Tidgney 1 once again. Now, it's funny, isn't it? Because I say, oh yeah, you can't really have good racing, and yet here I am having a good race. But I honestly believe that this combo is not the greatest for racing at all. You know, the map spreads out, or sorry, the cars spread out, and you really don't see that many people. However, we are in the mid-pack here. We are fighting from the back as well, which does amplify this as we continue on. Now, Digit up ahead obviously does YouTube as well in P1. Literally, Digit started in first and he's just stayed there. So I imagine Digit's pretty bored here. We're not bored though. We're fighting Jadex then, who defends once again as we head towards Spoon. We're really struggling to get by Jadex here. Only a little bit of overtake left as we go into the second part of Spoon. We're going to leave this corner then. Can we do anything about it? Using that overtake button. Are we going to use it all? Yes, we are going to try. It's all gone now as we are behind Jadex. So Jadex looking to where to go here as we go through 130R. A bit of a bump draft there from myself. And as we head towards Castillo Triangle, I can see what's coming here, so I'm just slowing it down, make sure I don't go into the back of Fletcher. Jadex sent it down the inside here, slide tap from Fletcher, and then there's another tap that spins Jadex round here. We're on the inside of Fletcher, but I've got no overtake. I've used it all on Jadex, so Jadex span in the end. So we continue on, so Fletcher's going to go on by now. Fletcher actually pitted on lap 1. On lap 1, so I know their tyres are not going to be in the greatest shape. And Ali's been somewhere there, because Ali's just come out of the pits, maybe, actually? I don't know, it's going very slow there. Nearly lose the rear end of the car, nearly into Fletcher, but I managed to catch it there, so no crashes, thankfully, as we continue into the S's then. And into the right-hander. Slowing it down nicely here. Going to continue on out in towards the left. As we accelerate through. Oh, who's this? Bevis is really close behind here, actually. Bevis looking for the move. Backs out a bit, I feel, just so not to cause a crash, which is fair play. You know, it is high risk if you go into Tidgney at all side by side as we continue on out of here. And I really need to get past Fletcher now. We could have the Italian up ahead as we go into the braking zone. We slow it down nicely. Going to beat on out of here. We are really close now. Really, really, really close. Can we do it heading towards Spoon with just a slipstream? That is the question. We're level on speed at the moment as we head towards Spoon. Are we going to go for it? Looking down the inside then. No, not quite then. Slowing it down. Still can't get it done. But again, the nice thing here, no dirty air or very limited dirty air means we're not losing a massive amount of time at least behind Fletcher. Just the time that we're losing in a normal fight essentially here. So, once again, we're in the slipstream. This is where slipstream really comes into play then. Down the inside of Fletcher we go. 130R flat, side by side, very much possible then as we continue on through. We are up into P6. as we go into that braking zone. Fletcher looks down that inside. I give them a little bit of room there as they go down that inside. We're going to beat it on out of here, and hopefully we can stay ahead. Can we do it? That is the question. We go defensive. I'm going to try a little sneaky tactic here in terms of defense. So I gave Bevis a bit of slipstream, and now giving Fletcher a bit of slipstream. I'll go back to Bevis, and then going to go back to Fletcher here as we go into the right hand. And the whole point there is it slows them both down, and I lose nothing because they're going to have to choose who goes in first into turn one. A very, very, very nice strategy that you can use if you are in this race. Oh, we got Alexandre Momo there off as we go. Well, they're coming out of Tidgney 2 there. It looks like they were off. Oh, Ali's gone as well. We'll take that one. We're up to P4 now as we see P3. A podium maybe in this race, which after the start is pretty insane to me. Well, look at the gap to the lead there. 31 seconds. It has been one hell of a race as we continue on out of here. Look at the gaps on the map, though. That's what I mean about the gap. Someone's spinning on the map there as well. Just after the hairpin. No idea who that is. Right, okay, here we go then. Verti's out as we head towards turn number 1. We're on the outside here. No overtake button that I can use. And I wasn't as far along as before, so I had to back out of that one, really. Looking to try and get the cutback on exit. Not going to work out here as we head into the S's once again here for the final time in this Daily Race C. I do have some bloopers after this, though, folks. Just do stay tuned. And we'll have a look at some of the instants. As I say, you're going to see a lot of instants every single race. So try and keep it safe, and you should gain a fair few positions. Right, Alec, I lost the rear end a little bit there in the left. We're going to head towards Tidgney 1. I am the lead car here, but unfortunately, there's the tiniest of taps there as we come back on circuit. Bevis goes ahead of us there. Was that safe rejoin, actually? Oh, not too sure, but Bevis had a penalty from all of that, and Alec is just ahead of me here and is going to get the result. Now, I don't blame Alec for Tidgney 1 at all. It's very dangerous to go side by side in Tidgney 1 all the same, and we are going to have a look at it in the bloopers as well and see where it all went wrong for so many people. So here we go. Ali here, the Italian, gets pushed off there a little bit, ran wide there by Danny, comes back on the circuit, but with everybody behind them and very dirty tyres, they are going to struggle here. They put the foot down and they spin that Oracle Red Bull around and around. Right, what's next here? Got Blackbird here, gets punted from behind. Fletcher just drove off the circuit for some reason, so that's how they both ended up there. We did see them earlier on. We've got Snorzy Ella here, going through the left-hander. They're going to go, they were sort of off, and a slight tap as well. They're going to come back on, trying to catch the car, and they've already got a 5-second penalty there. Right, we're with Danny. This is still at 1 here. And I think it's a bit of a technical malfunction there because Danny was stuck in 4th and then swung it left into the barrier. And yeah, Danny's actually going to quit the race from there. Now, here's the incident between me, Marto, and Fletcher. Quit it here then. Fletcher's just going to go into the back of me, which hits me into Marto. And then my damage obviously causes me to spin out there as well. That's the reason. That's what happened there. Nutty Nugget doing a Danny Ricciardo impersonation. I think Danny Ricciardo did do that a few years ago. So we head to JDEX. So JDEX entered Danny inside. Definitely made the corner, to be fair. Fletcher, slight tap there, and then another slight tap. So maybe expected a bit of an early acceleration. Again, it's so hard in these cars. They are so fast here. This is out, of course. This is where we were side by side. So as we head towards Tidgney 1 here, we're alongside there. It's the smallest of taps. You could argue that I should have turned in a tiny bit later. But again, we're going at 3 billion miles an hour. Again, it's just a racing instant. It's nothing major. And that's one thing you are going to have to accept this week. There's going to be a lot of instants, and just try and play safe and have fun as best as you can. I'm not doing this race anymore, that is for sure. But there are 2 videos there for you to check out if you want to check out more. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video live stream again very soon.